for our hot topic of the day, sponsored by Heineken. Enjoy Heineken responsibly. Clay Matthews is a Ram now, but we're finding out that his exit from Green Bay was a bit complicated. Clay spent 10 years in Green Bay, won a Super Bowl there, but NFL Network says before he signed a 2-year deal with the Rams, he went back to the Packers to see if they wanted to make an offer, and they said no thank you. Adding fuel to the fire, the Packers tweeted a couple days ago an image of their first-round pick, linebacker Rashawn Gary, in Clay's number 52 jersey, saying Rashawn Gary looks good in green and gold. Well, Matthews replied, "The body's not even cold yet. LOL." Shannon, should Clay have a problem with how the Packers have treated him?
No. Clay was a free agent. They chose not to re-sign him. They've moved on. Clay should move on. The body was cold for the last 3 years. He had 16 sacks in 3 seasons, Jen. He played all 16 games last year. He had 3.5 sacks. Where was that then, Clay? I didn't hear anything about this. Did you go to the Packers and say, hey, you know what? I'm playing like stir fry. Would y'all want some of this money back? He didn't do that.
By the way, I like stir fry. But
no, I don't want stir fry.
I do.
You know what I'm saying? He didn't do that. Come on, guys. This is a business. And I grant it, it's one-sided. But if you playing bad, and Skip, and I get it, sometimes, you know, it's frustrating because I can play good and you won't renegotiate.
Sure.
I play bad and you release me. I get that. But Skip, he can't be mad. Skip, you know, 84 was near and dear to my heart in Denver. I went to Baltimore. It wasn't a first-round pick, a top 10 pick. It was a third rounder that had 84. And I'm like, wow. I was like, okay. I came back and got it back, though. But Skip, why is he upset? You know Clay Matthews was not the Clay Matthews the last 3 years as he was in his first 4 or 5 or 6 years, Skip. He hadn't been to the Pro Bowl since 2015. Hadn't had double-digit sacks since 2014. And guess what the Packers were doing? Study cutting them checks. 5 years, $66 million. So basically 13 and a half, and he started churning them out with 3 sacks, with 5 sacks, with 5 sacks. And then he got the nerve to be upset. This is how it works, Clay. Let's just say you're a car, and you're leaking transmission fluid, you're leaking oil, and half the time you don't crank. It's not a bargain because you don't work half the time. You're not the same guy. Enjoy L.A. You're close to home, and you're with a team that wants you. Don't bellyache about something that didn't.
So I hear everything you just said, and I disagree with everything you just said because this used to be the Green Bay Packers. This was the organization Vince Lombardi built. This cornerstone NFL franchise your brother played for.
Yes.
Known for class and stability. And there's a way to treat the exit of Clay Matthews a little differently because he earned that for you. He wasn't a good player for them. He was a great player, and I realize he's been in decline. But when they went to and won that one and only Super Bowl.
That was 2011, right?
Yeah.
Long time ago. That was what you tell me about Aaron Rodgers. He was on that team.
Okay, but Clay Matthews was the driving force of that defense. He had a career-high 13.5 sacks that year. He was first-team All-Pro. He made 6 Pro Bowls through that stretch, starting right there. That was his second season. That earns you a little more respect. You should be treated upon your exit with a little more dignity, a little more dignity.
So what would you have them do?
Not tweet that photo. And I'll tell you, it offended me personally because Jenny will probably be able to appreciate this. I'm not the biggest Rashawn Gary fan.
Really?
He is the classic combine workout warrior, the combine star, because if you look at the numbers, he ran the fastest 40 of any defensive lineman at the combine, 4.58. He had the best vertical jump of anyone. He tied for the best broad jump. So he's just going high, 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 high,
well,
high.
He was D-tackle.
Okay.
Because Sweat had the fastest time for a D-lineman.
Okay.
D-tackle.
But I'm talking about the inside guy.
Yeah.
The down guys, not the stand-up guy.
Right.
Okay. So the point is that Rashawn Gary is the classic underachiever because I watched every Michigan game because we had big cases of due bet on him. and again, I just didn't see him. He's the classic guy you watch the whole game on TV and you just don't even remember that he played in the game. And then he supposedly had a hurt shoulder. And then down the stretch, he just completely disappeared all the way to the Ohio State game. And he's not to be found in that game. And that game made Dwayne Haskins a lot of money because he was able to stand back there and just pick them to pieces.
But Skip,
are you sure about that?
No, but
sure about that pick?
Okay, Skip, he got to wear some number. What you want him to give him, 92?
Yeah, but
do you know how many jerseys are
52? Really?
Okay, Skip.
Come on, at least have again. The body isn't even cold yet, and you're putting 52 on that guy. And remember, Clay Matthews was classic high motor at his peak for Green Bay. This guy is classic low motor.
But what number would you want to give him? 66, 92?
I don't know any number but that one. Just pay a little respect.
So what? Wait for the
year. He helped you win a Super Bowl. He helped the defense as much as Aaron Rodgers helped the offense in that Super Bowl. Well, that's the truth.
Stop saying that because that's not true.
Yes, it is.
That's not true. Yeah. And Charles Wilson had a lot to do with that too. Even though he got hurt in that game, you do know Woody was Defensive Player of the Year. So I'm just saying, Skip, look, Clay, you didn't go to the Packers when you had that 3.5 sacks. So you know what? Because you come off a season when you had 5 sacks. He didn't go to the Packers and say, you know what, guys? I ain't playing well. Here's $5 million back.
Okay. I get you that he's in decline, but so is this organization because that cornerstone franchise just had a huge expose done by Bleacher Report on the disintegration of the relationship between Mike McCarthy and Aaron Rodgers.
Right.
And all the backstabbing and finger pointing and blame deflecting, it turned into a snake pit, according to the Bleacher Report article, and I do believe it. It rang true to me, and it all sort of revolves around Aaron Rodgers versus management versus head coach, and somehow Clay got the fallout of this because the Lombardi Packers would have handled this a little differently.
No, they wouldn't.
Yeah, they would have.
Skip, look here. My brother had a situation. They told my brother that they were going to renegotiate his contract. Now, none of these front office people was there then. They told my brother they were going to renegotiate his contract. He had 108. He had 112 catches, back-to-back seasons. We're going to renegotiate. Oh, we're going to renegotiate. And then they told him they wouldn't. So you know what he did? He went, OTAs, he went, did that. He went to training camp, did all that. Night before the game, guess what he did, Skip? Y'all go win without me. So they gave him his money. And in the process of doing that, guess what he did? He took out an insurance policy at Lloyd's of London. Well, we know how it ended. He hurt his neck the last game of the season, never played another down, and they released him before they had all the information. This is what teams do, Skip. This is not new to Clay Matthews. Clay don't take it personal.
Your brother played for Packers when they were kind of dormant as a classic.
Well, they were on the rise then because Mike Holmgren had came in '92. They had just got Brett Favre, so they had just started, and then Brett had that streak of 95, 96, 97, where he was the MVP. 96, they won the Super Bowl. 97, we beat them. So they were just starting to ascend. But Skip, you know how this works. You've been around it long enough. You know teams do this. This is not exclusive to the Packers. I guarantee you, there are players that got 31 other teams that got stories to tell, just like Clay Matthews.
Okay, I got it. But a lot of those players weren't as good as Clay Matthews was for a while for this team.
They even they let Charles Woodson go. Do you remember they let Woody go? Let him go. Just let him go. Wow.
I just think
but he revived his career there at the end.
But I'm saying, and he went to the Raiders and played great, went to the Pro Bowl there. So maybe Clay changed the scenery, maybe playing for Wade Phillips. That ain't all bad.
No, it's not all bad. He's in a really great
He's
spot.
in a great place.
He's an L.A. kid playing back in
And
LA.
he got Aaron Donald.
Yeah.
But he was a recognizable face.
He was.
Half my family is from Wisconsin. He's the guy you know, other than the quarterbacks. 10 years with an organization, I think you do deserve a little bit more respect than that. I mean, like my grandma knows Clay Matthews. She's, you know what I mean? Like
So
everyone knew
your
who that
grandma
guy
knows
was.
it? She know he went to the Rams then, huh?
Probably not.
You know what I'm saying?
She's watching, I hope,
Yeah.
now, so she knows now. But
You done got soft.
he did a lot for that team.
Cutthroat Skip. Now all of a sudden you over there sipping. See, you not built for this, Skip. I can't let you run the organization because you got.
Just watch what happens with Rashawn Gary. Just mark my words. He will not be anywhere near Clay Matthews.
But Skip, that's not because he's in 52. He could have on 42, 72, 82. That's the player. The numbers don't make the player.
The picture offended my eyes. It did.
Well, I'm glad I didn't see it. Maybe I don't. You follow the Packers? How did you see that picture?
Well, What do you mean?
How'd you see it on
It
here?
was everywhere. It was on our night list here for Undisputed.
Stories, he was offended.
Oh, no, I'm just saying I didn't see the picture until they just put it up on the screen.
Oh, well, you should study at night like I do.
And in the morning.
I promise you, if Rashawn Gary does not play well, it won't be because he wore number 52. I can assure you of that.
I don't know. That just puts a little more heat on him.
So let me get. Maybe he wanted to be Khalil Mack. Maybe he wanted to be the return of the Mack up there.
I don't know. Well, good luck.
You know,
Good luck.
Media. These teams they're trying too much.
I mean,
Just a quick thank you before we move on.
they thanked him. They gave him 5 years, $66 million. Thank you.
Adios.
It's
a little bit much.
I sure wish somebody thanked me like that. Thank me like that. Give me 5 years, $66 million.
Good to know. Will the Warriors take a commanding 3-0 lead tomorrow?